Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Janice Boyd, and today I am at Sade Styles Braid Lounge. I'm right here with the CEO, the boss lady, that lady, Miss Sade herself. Hey,
Hey! I'm so excited.
yes.
How are you, Janice?
I'm blessed and highly favored just to be in your presence.
Yeah,
I'm so proud of you and everything that God has blessed you with.
man.
I've had the opportunity, by the grace of God, you were the first person to ever do my hair when I moved to Los Angeles. And I saw you starting at your apartment.
Man.
And then he took you to like a small boutique / room. And now you are here at this beautiful shop.
Thank you.
How are you feeling about it?
Oh, every emotion, seriously. I've been anxious, I've been excited, I've been sad, I've been fearful, like literally every emotion in the book. I felt it, but I've always remained faithful because I knew my purpose at the end of the day, and I just always revert to that.
For those who don't really know you, can you just tell us a little bit about yourself? Like, where are you from and like, where did you grow up?
I grew up in like the Crenshaw district area in LA, Bowling Hills, that whole scenery. I went to Coliseum. I went to a lot of schools actually. So I know a lot of people from different schools, but graduated from Westchester High School. Yeah, that's my whole area. My mom is still over there. I live in Hawthorne now, but that's still my area.
Mm-hmm. At what age did you start braiding hair?
I started probably 11, 12, but I earned my first dollars at 13.
That's young.
Yeah. No, I was getting it. I was getting it.
What made you start braiding hair?
Well, my mom, she was braiding hair, and she didn't really like it though. But a lot of her friends always wanted some small individuals by her, like, oh, I'm getting my individuals by Liza done. So they always came to her, but she didn't like it. So I just always watched her, and then eventually I caught on. I would do my friends' hair. I'll literally be on a pea field braiding hair. Yeah, it was just always that. But then I found a love for it. I would braid my hair. I asked my mom, can she do a doll? And then at one point I was like, okay, mom, I don't want you to do my hair. I'll do my hair from now on. And I fell in love with it. Yeah.
And you haven't stopped?
I don't know. No. I mean, I can't stop. And if you look at the money size, okay, the money is easy, it comes fast. So that's a part of it. But really, it was a coping mechanism for me. I've been through trauma, and at 13 years old actually, and that's when I really fell in love with it because it's like second nature to me now. Like even when I'm braiding, like I'm literally thinking, I'm meditating, I'm even talking, you and I, we have therapy sessions.
Literally, it's therapy.
Listen, during your time with me, like it's therapy session. So it's always been that. And even with the salon, I mean, look at the wall colors. Sage represents your heart chakra, the color green, and it's just all represented in just my whole brand.
Oh my, you never told me that. I love that.
Yes, honey.
I know, speaking of therapy and trauma, I know as a Black woman and a Black entrepreneur, I know that you probably had to overcome and endure a lot of trials and tribulations.
Definitely.
So can you just talk about a few things that you've had to overcome?
Definitely trauma at 13. I'll go into details on another time, but I was molested at 13. So that was definitely a huge part of it. What else? I got into a really bad situation with my best friend and I. I mean, it wasn't too bad, but we stole from Forever 21 in Hollywood. And I remember getting in trouble. We had her big sister and her best friend. They had picked us up from there, and we were just so in trouble. And I remember my mom telling me, because we ended up getting a ticket. She was like, I'm gonna make you pay for this, like with your own money. So do what you need to do. And I braided hair all that summer and paid that ticket down. And literally, that situation taught me a lot because my mom was like, "No, you're not about to just, do things. You're gonna understand the value of money right here, right now." So that was definitely a situation that taught me a lot as well.
What has kept you persevering in times? Because I know that you've been through hell and back.
Yeah.
What has kept you going in times where you've wanted to give up?
Man, I would say I juggle a lot. Like I do PR, that takes a lot. I do this, hair, and then now the shop. So literally all of those things I juggle, and just getting emotional thinking about it. Like, cause sometimes I don't even know how I do it. Like I literally have no sleep. Sometimes I don't eat, and not because I'm starving myself. It's just I literally just don't have time to eat. I'm putting other people's needs before mine, and that takes a lot on me. But what helps keep me going is the end game. Like I'm here for longevity. I know I believe in my brand. I believe in myself so much. I believe in the people around me so much that I know that it's all worth it. So I look at that. I also look at from where I've been. Like God has granted me so much grace that I just give my situation grace. I give the value of everything that I've accomplished at 27, about to be 28 once this airs. I just look at that and I'll be like, okay, Sade, you did that. Like, you cool.
Yeah. That's crazy that you're a boss at such a young age. I love to see it. And I just love to see you winning. It's super amazing. Can you just tell us a little bit? I know you have like you talked about how you're always pouring into other people and like you're literally doing their hair, you're building their self-confidence. I know you've built my confidence. Like I feel like I'm just a baddie just walking
Hey, no, you first of all, because I'm a post. I cannot wait to post clips because I've been taking pictures and stuff while doing hair in here. But obviously I haven't posted it yet.
Yeah.
But all your videos, I got them, and I cannot wait to post because your energy, like literally, when some business owners say, like, I know who my customers are, like literally a profile. Like you are everything that represents my clients.
Oh my God.
Like people like you. Like I know when someone sits in a chair and they come with a certain energy, I'm like, oh, that's not my client. They're not gonna be back.
Yeah.
Not because the work isn't good, obviously, but it's just the energy. Like especially coming in here, like look in here, it's serene, like it's an oasis, and it's like, how dare you come in here with crazy energy? Like this place is not for that, so it's not for you. All money isn't good money. Everybody's money isn't for everybody. Like, and I'm okay with that. And I've gotten to that point literally like 2 years ago to just say, you know what, if it's not what's for me is for me, what's not for me is not for me, and that includes money.
And you bring so much positive. I mean, honest to God, like you have really blessed my soul. I thank God for you all the time because not only are you making me look good and feel good, but like you said, like it's therapy coming in here. You're pouring into people, and like you've really blessed my soul, and I'm just grateful to even know you.
And I know, and likewise too. Thank you. For sure. Like we all the time.
Yeah.
We talk.
And I know that you're always like pouring into people. So my next question is, how do you pour into yourself?
It took a while to get to that point. I think I just now grasped it, but definitely taking Sundays. Like I have a no tolerance. Like I'm not coming into work on Sunday. I'm not doing PR stuff. I'm not doing hair stuff at all. So definitely Sundays is for me. Mondays, Mondays I still kind of work, but that's the first thing. Like I take days off. Second, I make sure I just take a breather and just be in my thoughts. I write. What else? Sometimes I drive home with no music on, just be in my thoughts. So I just really kind of breathe. I talk to people, friends that pour back into me, including yourself. Like I don't feel empty once our session is done. I feel like, okay, cool. It was good to chill with Johnny today and talk to her because we always laugh and talk about what's happening, what's new, who's new in our life. And that also is included with, what pours into me for sure. Yeah. And of course my family. Like my mom is my best friend. So we talk all the time about everything, like, so that for sure.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah.
How did the pandemic, how did 2020 and the pandemic, COVID, how did that affect your business and how did it affect you?
Man, it's funny because so pandemic started, I think we went on lockdown March 18th. No, 3rd, something like around
Mm-hmm.
there. So I was like, literally, when they said shut down, I'm like, oh, like, fuck, I'm about to be slow. I don't know what I'm about to do. Cause I mean, PR is, I'm with an agency, but I'm still freelance. So that both of these are like luxuries, you know. So I literally was like, damn, I'm about to not have any income coming in. But I literally just sat back, sat still, listened to God, and he said, give back. Like that was all I heard. And I did a giveaway. I did a like a contest or whatever for hair, but I put together some care packages. It included hair, products. Some of my friends, shout out to Triana's brand, Bronze. She donated some stuff. Um, I bought some stuff. Literally not having any money. That January and February, I paid my rent on my credit card. So yeah, I just gave back, and literally, I made the most money I've ever made in my life in 2020. Like, and I'm talking bands, like bands, like it was ridiculous. But I mean, of course, it all came and was poured into here. You know, I was able to support other Black businesses. I did when I released my oils line. It was like it's like a roller on oil. I think I had gave you some before. Yeah. A roll on oil, and it's called Mega Moisturizer. So I did a mega grant. So a lot of people who were, it was like in the early times, like with when the pandemic kind of started, whatever. And I did a grant for people who were just starting out their business, and I gave away $300. And that is just what God told me to do, and He blessed me in return. And I'm just so proud I was able to help my friends with my God kids, and just really pour into other people financially. Because you know, although they say money doesn't matter, but when you have it and God gifts it to you like that, you share it. Like that was my tithing, and I received, back. So yeah, no, pandemic has definitely, and even on a personal side, like I've learned so much from myself, about myself.
Like what are some things?
I definitely learned that I was enabler. I was an enabler for so long. I enabled my friends, family, relationships, like, and I just got to the point where I literally went an entire week with no voice. Like my throat was swollen, and I had to just take. I literally had to cancel all of my appointments. So I was upset about that because I will work through hell and back, like whatever. And so, yeah, I just cried all that week, and I literally just had to like release and I purged. Like it was that extent. I was talking to God, like yelling, like, and I mean, I couldn't really yell, but just really releasing like stuff from my trauma, everything, because I just got tired. Like I literally felt choked. Like everyone's pulling from me. I can't give anything anymore. I feel empty. Like what else? So yeah. What else did I learn? Definitely learn how to set better boundaries. But that all kind of ties into enabling. Codependency. I released that. Just shit like that. I just had to really just purge and release.
I know there's people out there that want to know, how were you able to start your own business? Can you give us the blueprint?
Yes. So step one for sure is when you choose to be an entrepreneur, you have to make sure where you are personally, because who you are personally reflects who you are, as a business person, woman, man, whatever. So that was step one for me. In 2020, the growth in me as a person definitely showed growth in, me as an entrepreneur. So literally, the shop has been a manifestation of my growth from 2020. Well, my growth, hell, the whole entire 14 years of being an entrepreneur. So first was believing in myself for sure. Second was to do my research. I softly looked at other shops, but I kept being gravitated to this one. I would literally leave the other salon suite, which was down the street, like 7 minutes away. I would come here, eat my lunch, and just sit here and just talk to God and just manifest just being in here. So I would do that. I spoke to the lady in February before this was supposed to happen. So I was supposed to do it with a business partner in February, but I came here by myself, FaceTimer, and we just both looked at it. But I felt some like a premature bond with the broker. Like she was just mad cool. Then the pandemic hit, so I just told her I'm gonna put a pause on it. And then what happened? Oh, so then once I decided to do the shop by myself, I came back to her because again I just remembered her. So we came back and we visited again, and she just really was encouraging me. She felt that I was scared and a little nervous, but she was just really encouraging me to just go for it. So did the paperwork, applied, and then I was like, okay, if I get it, I don't know. I still was nervous. So you're gonna go back and forth with different feelings. So once I did get accepted, I still was nervous. I was like, all right, I got accepted, but I don't know if it's a good move. I don't know what I'm gonna do. After that, I had got my finances together. I usually write everything down in my like calendar, how much I make a day, and I put that all together. I sent it over to her. She's like, "Oh, okay, it's just not good enough. You know, what else can you pull through?" I had the PR stuff, so I had invoices from that. So I just literally just smashed all of my income together. My appointment app, it I've been using it since like 2015. So I had the information from that. I had literally got all of those files together and sent that so they could see the consistency. So literally just having everything compiled together so you can just prove your case on that you can afford it. So I got that together. I remember when the year first, I was like, yo, God, can you just grant me with 20K? I don't know where the number came from. Like, I just was like, I just need 20K real quick, and that's cool. Literally in July, I made it 20K. And I was like, okay, because of that, like I know, okay, this is a good move for me because from it to be just said, and then I'm just talking willy nilly, but then that was just a sign. So I just looked for different signs to go ahead and do it. Then yeah, I mean, I got in here. Um, October 1st, I started taking my clients here, and it's just been producing. But I've been glad that I've been able to take my time with it. Mm-hmm. I'm not rushed. I've been able to just do little things here and there and really birth it like it's my child. Yeah.
How? Because you gotta explain this. How was it the day that you got your keys and you walked into the door?
First of all, so I got the approval and I signed the lease for August 1st. And then I had to mail a cashier's check. And I mailed the check, but it got lost. This one, Donald Trump had did the whole budget cut thing with the post office. Mm-hmm. So literally, it was not tracking where the cashier's check was, and this was like over $3,000, I think. So I couldn't get the keys until they got the check. So, yeah, I was nervous. I was crying. I was frustrated. The broker, again, she's like was a whole angel throughout this whole process. She met me at the bank. We was trying to figure out if we could cancel that one, get another one. We literally stood outside the bank and I just cried in her arms. Like, and it was just so emotional because I'm just like, okay, am I not supposed to do this? Like, what's going on? What do I do, because I'm already scared and then this happens. And so this moments like that just really put things into perspective when I finally got the keys. So my life path number is 7. And so I got the keys on the 7th. And it was crazy when I got the keys. My mom came with me. She finally met Yancy, the broker, and I just came in here and I was just ecstatic. Like, the next day I came in and bleached and saged and shit. Yeah, no, it was super emotional. Yeah.
So amazing. Again, it's just such a blessing to even be here and just hearing your story. I want to know, what are your top 3 most memorable moments with some of your clients? Your top 3 that you could think of.
Okay, I would say some of my favorite moments with my clients would be, I have a few clients where we have our thing, like one client, every time she comes, we order Jersey Mike's. Like when she came one time here and I had 8 before she came, she was so pissed. Like, this is our thing. So I have like 3 clients. Another client, we ordered chicken maison down the street. Another client, we just order food. The other day she came, she's like, how you just eat without me? So some of those moments are my favorite. Of course, you and I, like, we literally like chop it up about everything. That's I'm so ecstatic when I see you book. So that's dope to me. Also when I'm able to merge PR and hair together, because I remember when I was first starting PR, I was like, dang, like I'm trying to juggle all this stuff. Like I don't know how I can be able to merge it. So I remember praying. I was like, man, like God, like can you like help me out? Because I'm trying to do these 2 things. So literally when I have clients that are in the industry, that helps because I'm able to, provide PR stuff for them or just even help them out or just have them as a, resource, and vice versa. Like if it's a PR, like I had Sade, the two girls from Rock Nation, met with them PR, and literally that day we were leaving from the meeting at CAA, they were like, "Dad, we need a braider." Hello. And so they booked me, and I had Sarai for a few times before she cut her hair back again. But just moments like that are favorite too, because it's just like putting the pieces together. And I mean, when you're in a service business or like even creative like PR, connecting the dots is what we do. So that just makes me just happy.
Yes. So you're able to connect with a lot of different types of Black women. What is something that you admire the most about Black women?
I want to say so bad the strength, but I'm really trying to hold back. Lately, I've been trying to be conscious about saying that because you have the stigma of, Black women are so strong and blah, blah, blah. But it's like, we want to be vulnerable too. So I want to say strength, but not really, I definitely love just the energy that we hold. Like we are go-getters, like especially these past few years, like we've really been standing up, like, and just taking over. And I think majority of us, the way we take over is not trying to bash our men, is more so, really standing in that feminine energy. And what that really means is it's like, it's kind of hard to explain it, but it's just showing up. Like I love the fact that we show up every time. We show up for our men, we show up for our children. I don't have any kids, but just as a community, I have God kids, so as a community, we show up for our community. We show up at the polls, the voting polls, no. I didn't even show up for them polls. Both of them.
And that's okay.
Hey, that's cool too. Exactly. Hey, because I mean, that's strength in that.
Exactly.
Okay. So, we show up. I love that too. And I love the Black woman. I mean, Black women in my career has definitely been pivotal. Like, Echo Haddix, shout out to her. She was the one who first gave me, first of all, sorry, my mom. That's first things first. My mom has, she's just everything. Like I mentioned my trauma earlier. Like a lot of kids that go through stuff like that, their parents don't believe them. So for even that, like, that just was big for me. So my mom has been a very powerful piece of my life. Echo Haddix in PR, she was the first one to give me a chance in that space. Her sorrow, who she, actually, Felicia Fant, who I'm with the Purple Agency now, she's been super strong in my life. Amber Mike, she's a producer for literally everywhere, VH1, BT, E2, just literally everywhere. She was a braid client of mine, but she's put me in different positions before too. So my career has definitely been what it has been because of those Black women. And like they are so respected in the game and literally part of the culture for real, for real. Like I'm talking Prince, and so much more, but Black women, I'm a product of all of them.
I love that. That actually goes into my next question for you. Um, who do you go to for guidance? Who do you go to for strength? Who do you go to? Um, yeah, who leads you and who guides you?
Definitely God is number one, like automatically, he has, first of all, I've definitely built a home, well, not even homeboy, like a dad relationship with him, but sometimes he my homie too. Right. And I give it up to him, like everything, like some stuff that I can't even comprehend. Like, so for sure, God, like I just listen to sermons. Sarah Jakes Roberts is definitely one of my favorites. Michael Todd was a favorite.
Michael Todd.
Yes. Oh, yes. His relationship
through.
goals.
Yep.
Hey, for sure. TD Jakes for sure. Yeah, just to name a few. But yeah, that has all got me through writing. My mom, of course, like I said, friends, clients who've turned into friends. Like I really have a lot of support. A lot of people support me, and I'm so grateful for that because I've seen it not be that way for other people. And I mean, you go through things with people, you have relationships, you don't, whatever. But I've always been the type of person I don't have beef with a lot of people because I stay in my own lane. I do what I do, and I just mind my own business. And that's really the key to life. It's like, I'm going to do me, you do you, and I accept you. I'm not judgmental. Like, I just do me, and I'm easygoing, and yeah. So I just have people who just support me.
And you have positive vibes and positive energy, so people just like feed off of that.
Thank you. I really I've always, like I said, I've always had positive energy, but it has gotten to a place where I'm at now because of the work on myself. Like, I think more people will get to that positive energy space when they just mind their business and when they work on them instead of pointing the finger at everybody else. Because at the end of the day, only you can control, or you have the power to control whatever is going on in your life. Like, you can react to people, or you can choose not to react. Like, you have more control over yourself than you think.
Right. So, my next question for you, for a young Black girl who wants to one day be an entrepreneur, what advice would you give to her?
Man, it's in my head. I'm like looking at me as a young girl.
So, what advice would you give your younger self?
Really, just standing in confidence and just do you. Like, whatever makes you happy. Believe in yourself. Write down. Like, writing is so powerful because it takes it out your mind and you put it on paper, and the way it manifests is just way different from it being in your mind. I mean, definitely both, but when you see it, it's different. Literally everything I manifest, I've written down.
Write the vision, make it plain.
Write the vision, make it plain, for real. Even when people do vision boards, like, it don't have to be a grand scheme of things. Like, even the smallest vision boards, it's simple. It's a focus there. So yeah, I was to find your focus, find your niche too, because that's important. Like, even with my shop, a lot of people are asking like, oh, it's gonna be full service, blah blah. I'm like, no, it's my brand is natural hair. I really focus on plant-based and essential products because it's already here. It's already on earth, and it's all about your hair being in a natural state so it can grow. I literally grown my hair in 2 years. I mean, I had a short haircut and I've grown it, and it's so long now. Same. I mean, it's not as long as I wanted to. I'm not gonna say I'm like down here, but right. It's long and it's healthy. Right. And
you've grown mine too.
You feel me? Like, a lot of people who've been coming back is like, girl, you got this green thumb. Like, right. And it's no cap because I've literally seen how thick their hair is. But that's my niche. Like, and I'm not gonna change it because that's me. I stopped doing other styles, weaves, and all that stuff a while ago because I'm like, I really enjoy braiding. Like, that's me. That's my brand. And I wasn't afraid to say, oh no, I don't do twists. No, I don't do weaves. I don't do this and that, and turn people away. I've actually gained more clientele by having and standing in that specialty. So yeah, finding your niche, finding a support system, people to talk to, even if it's one person, like just finding someone who can pour back into you. Um, yeah, and educating yourself, research is important for sure, and being good with your money because especially being in this space, the money comes so fast. If you don't keep a hold to it, like it's just you're gonna lose it. So it's like you kind of work for nothing. So that's another advice.
I love that. That's amazing. So, what is your ultimate goal?
Oh, I have so many goals. Community is everything. Like a lot of my friends want me to move. I go back and forth to Atlanta a lot. They're like, move to Atlanta. I'm like, no, because I want to build up my community, which is again why the shop is here and the different things that I want to do here. So I definitely want to be that staple in the community where people say like, oh yeah, I remember going there, or I remember when they were doing the foundations and the give backs and stuff like that. Like I really want that to be a part of my legacy for sure because that's who I am as a person. Like I bring people in, I support people. I'm like, okay, connecting the dots. Like it all just circles back to that. So that's my legacy. Like connecting the dots, the people, the dreams, the visions. I listen to when people talk and they say what they want to do. If I hear from somewhere else, I know the opportunity is for them. I'll call them up. Like that's me. That's my legacy. So that's the goal. I mean, in the entertainment music space, I go back and forth. Sometimes I want to A&R. Sometimes I want to manage. Sometimes I want to keep doing publicity. Sometimes I want to do production and write. Like I don't know, but yeah.
And that's okay too.
Yeah, no, yeah. Sometimes you just because I'm still in the journey. Like I'm still figuring it out, but I can say that at the end of the day, I want to help put people in my city on. I want to connect people with each other. I'm in the middle space right now where I'm with the locals, but I'm in those rooms too. So merging that.
Sade, what are you grateful for?
Everything, everything. I'm grateful for my mental health. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for my friendships. Financially, I'm grateful, for just still going. Once I quit my job 2 years ago, that was definitely an act of faith because I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen, but I know my time. And I was doing behavioral therapy with the kids with autism, but I knew my time was up with that. But even that, like being grateful for hearing God because some people aren't really granted, so they kind of just do their own thing. But I sit still, so even just having that discipline to just sit and listen and then act. I try not to get in my own way, so I'm grateful for that for sure. Um, yeah, I'm grateful for everything. I'm grateful for my talent. I'm grateful for my apartment, my car, shit, everything. Like literally, I have no complaints. I mean, there's times where I'm like a little upset, and frustrated and disappointed with life, just how things go. But at the end of the day, grand scheme of things, I'm grateful for everything.
And I am grateful for you. Thank you for blessing me to have this opportunity to interview. Like I said, to see how far God has brought you, and it's only going to get bigger and better. Thank you so much for this opportunity and sitting down and telling everybody your story. And thank you to everyone because you guys have had an exclusive sit down with the CEO, Sade herself, of Sade Styles Braid Lounge. So thank you. Peace and love.
Thank you, Johnny.
Thank you.